Calling, I'm pressing decline. You ain't even on my mind. What I'ma work? Fuck it, I don't need Kurt. Ball man, my clerk. All in designer. Feet up chillin' and reclining. Dead niggas in the earth. Blowing it down. Brody swimming through the lake. A dunk a nigga make him.
What's up, guys? It's Josh, better known as Prime Josh from Twitter or Instagram or really anywhere. I'm just known as Prime Josh. But anyway, today I'm going to be answering y'all's NFL questions you sent me in from Twitter, Snapchat, all that good stuff. I'm not a big fan of showing my face on camera, so we're just going to do it this way this time. Maybe in the future, but anyway, and plus I don't have a really good camera, so I mean, maybe if y'all support the damn channel, I can get better equipment. So yeah, that's kind of how YouTube works. Let's get started. So hopping into my Twitter mentions, my first question we got here is from @BillyCliff4. He asks, why are some QBs naturally more clutch than others? And honestly, all I got to say for this is the clutch gene is a real thing. Some QBs have it, some QBs don't. Some that do would be Drew Brees, Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, just to name a few. And then there's reasons why there's narratives out there that some QBs can't perform in the playoffs because they just don't perform well under pressure. Same for players in the NBA. There's players that you hear, oh, they fold in crunch time, or this player is so clutch. Well, it's because they just naturally have a clutch gene because it's the same players every time. It's always Tom Brady making the clutch plays. Why? Because he's got the clutch gene. It's a real thing. All right, then the next question we got is from @GenderAccuser360, and he asks, how long will it take for Drew Lock to start in Denver? Now, as a Mizzou fan, I love Drew Lock. I just got to tell you, like, the dude, he can play. And the big knock on him coming out of the draft was his accuracy. And honestly, like, it's not as big of an issue as a lot of analysts make it out to be, because a lot of those guys, they just look at the stats. They just look at the stat sheet at the end of games. Oh, wow, he only completed this many passes. Look, I think it was either Daniel Jones or Drew Lock. I'm pretty sure Drew Lock was first, though. Had out of all draft eligible quarterbacks, had his receivers drop the most passes in his college career. So I mean, take that for data, okay? But anyway, Drew Lock. So I mean, we've seen this song and dance so many times where a veteran QB comes in and the young gun outtakes him about halfway through the season. So I'll give it about 6 weeks. Week 6, I think they throw Drew Lock out there at least if they're not doing that good. It just depends on how Joe Flacco does, but I'll give it about 6 weeks until they throw him in there. And then next we got my brother @I'm Watching Out. This guy is my day one Twitter homie. He asks, is Tyreek innocent? And what I say to that is, hell yes, Tyreek is innocent. I mean, look, all these Patriot armchair lawyers want to say, oh, he's not innocent because they're scared of facing him. I mean, come on, let's admit it. And really, it's not even just Patriots fans. It's fans all around the league that don't have Tyreek Hill on their team, because the national media has only reported the bad news, the false news, because it fits their agenda. Like, everything, any sort of evidence about Tyreek being innocent that proves his innocence, it hasn't been reported. I haven't seen one national media member say anything like positive regarding Tyreek Hill throughout this whole thing, even though signs point to him being innocent. Now, there's still a chance he could be guilty, yes, and like there was a child in danger, but look, like, he's innocent until proven guilty, and people just don't seem to want to understand that. Like, this could be a whole nother video, but I mean, yeah, Tyreek's innocent. And also, just to give this Twitter handle shout out, @Guy Hadley said, @Guy_Hadley asked about the Tyreek situation, but I just answered it right there. So there's your questions answered. Next question we got my guy @SpidaSeason_. He asks, who's your Super Bowl picks next season? And it's pretty obvious. It's pretty obvious to me. It's Saints and Chiefs. Should have been the Super Bowl matchup last year. Both of them, well, the Saints returned essentially the same team that should have made it last year. They'll be hungrier to get back. And the Chiefs, they come back with an even better offense. And they'll be getting Tyreek Hill back and an improved defense. No more Bob Sutton. They fired him. He cost the Chiefs a Super Bowl, but he's gone now. They actually have, see, me being a Chiefs fan all these years, it's always been the defense is really good and the offense is really bad. And now this year is one of the first years we've had a really complete team. So, well, at least in my lifetime watching, they've had good teams before, but you get what I'm saying. So there's that. And then the last and final question for this episode, we got my guy at Shaq the Insider. He asks, who's the best RB in the league? And look, recency bias is a real thing. But so are my takes. And it's got to be, it's borderline irresponsible to not pick Saquon Barkley. And Zeke truthers and, they're just going to come at me. But look, fantasy points, which isn't the best metric to use, but Saquon had more fantasy points than Zeke. He had a higher yards per attempt. He had a longer, longest run of the year. Zeke's longest run was 41 yards. Saquon's was 78. Saquon had 5 more runs for 20-plus yards, and he also had 5 more touchdowns. He also had more receptions, more yards receiving, more yards per reception. He just beats him in almost every statistical category for last season. I know Saquon was only a rookie, but it just goes to show how good he is. He's going to be the best RB in the league if he's not already. That's what the question was. He's the best running back in the league, but he's got to sustain it, of course. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Anyways, y'all, thanks for watching, and I hope I get some more questions in next time now that I got my first video out of the way. But that's pretty much it. Support the damn channel, and we can grow, and y'all can become Twitter famous just like me. Right? Let's get it. Prime Josh out. Okay, so now I'm getting a bunch of last minute questions. Come on, y'all. You got to do better than this. Right as I'm recording, I'm getting some last minute questions. So, at Turbo Fire Clash, he asks, Chiefs GOAT. And also sub to my channel. On bio. Yeah, okay. I'll put your channel. I'll put you on, man. But Chiefs GOAT. It's got to be Derek Thomas, dude. Nobody, and he died well short of when he should have. But even with his short time in the NFL, he still proved to be the best Chief of all time. That dude was one of the best linebackers of all time, and he's just a legend. You can't pick anyone else. Next, at Alvin to Go asks, what is your opinion on NFL players wearing Adidas shoes with Nike socks? There ain't nothing wrong with cross branding. It's cool with me. And then the last one we got, I think, at Steve Show 10 asks, top 3 players of all time. Oh, man. Okay. Give me 1 sec. Okay, right now, and my opinion will probably change on this next week if you ask me again, but I'll go Jerry Rice, Tom Brady, Tom Brady, and I don't know, Lawrence Taylor. Shoot, I don't know, dude. That's a tough one. Actually, no, I'll go Patrick. We'll throw Patrick Mahomes in there. But yeah, y'all, that's pretty much it. I'll link at Turbo Fire Clash's channel in the bio. And I'll see y'all next time. Support the damn